with you today. We're going to delve into something a little bit, well, not really controversial. It's hopefully more educational. So you may or may not have seen recently that Carnival took another perk away. They took away the $25 casino credit that they gave to Platinum and Diamond members. They tried to claim it was a temporary perk. It was not a temporary perk. It was a perk put in place to replace the free entry to the slot or blackjack tournament that they had been doing for years and years and years. If you want my opinion, the real reason they took it away was because on so many ships, the older ships, their system didn't know how to apply it to the sign and sale card, so they would just give you $25 cash, and it was costing them way too much money because people were not using it to gamble in the casino. They were taking it and putting it in their pockets. Just my opinion. Anyways, what I thought I would do is I took another cruise line. I took Royal Caribbean, and I said, which has the better perks for a Diamond member, right? Because my goal here is like, everybody cruising, well, not everybody, a lot of people that cruise, they got to have goals. In life, you have to have goals. And a lot of people's goal is to get to the next tier level, right? And the ultimate level, on Carnival at least, is Diamond. So I want to do a comparison between what you would get as a Diamond member on Royal and what you would get as a Diamond member on Carnival, so you can have a rough idea which one is better. And put in the comments which one you think is better. I am not saying one is better than the other. I will give you my opinion at the end, but that is all it is. I hate YouTube people that sit there and try and do the shock horror and say, oh, if you don't do this, it's the end of the world, or this is way better than this. No, it's all a matter of opinion. So I'm going to give you my opinions. That is it. I'm sure a lot of people will go one way, a lot of people will go the other. So I got my trusty laptop here because I got a lot to read out. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to go through this. I am going to summarize briefly where you can see what benefits you get. And then I took what I consider to be the key ones on Royal and the key ones on Carnival, so we can have a look and break it down. Okay? So first off, let's take a look at this. So what are the loyalty levels? Well, on Royal Caribbean, as you can see, you get gold after just 3 points. I should add Carnival and Royal, 1 point per day, except on Royal, if you're in a suite, you get double points. So Royal Caribbean, gold at 3, platinum at 30, emerald at 55, diamond at 80, diamond plus at 175, pinnacle at 700. And then why I did it differently on Carnival, I don't know, but force of habit. Red from your second sailing to 24, gold 25 to 74, platinum 75 to 199, and then diamond 200 or more points. So you can see, looking at this, the basic equivalent of Diamond on Carnival is Diamond Plus on Royal Caribbean. So I'm going to try and kind of concentrate more. I'll give you some other examples, but concentrate a little bit more on those levels to give you the real comparison. So if you go onto Royal Caribbean site and you look up member benefits, you'll see a form like this. So you can go through it. It's similar to the one they have on Carnival. And this is what I'm going to take some examples from here on. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about these, but you'll be able to see broken down on here, the Diamond Plus, second one from the end. And some of those numbers are what we're going to talk about, what that you get. Okay, so that's the first page. Second page here covers internet, onboard access and events. And the Casino Bingo. Casino Bingo is one thing I didn't cover because you'll see they give different benefits across the loyalty levels, all the way up. So yeah, so you'll see that there. And then in stateroom services, photo, retail and spa, and then recognition. I didn't really touch on recognition on here. One thing I would like to add is on the next page where it says cruise planning and more. If you look about 5 down, they just announced a loyalty match with Celebrity and Silver Seas, which is kind of a big deal. So if you've never cruised on Celebrity, but you've done 30 cruises on Royal, you'll probably have some sort of good status. You cruise on Celebrity, that will carry over. Hopefully, very often when that happens, Carnival follows suit because Royal is their biggest competitor. And as you may or may not know, Carnival Corp also has Princess, Holland America, Costa, amongst others. So imagine if they did that. I would be much more likely to cruise Princess and Holland. And they do go to a lot more exotic ports than Carnival does, for example. And then some youth member benefits at the bottom there. I personally didn't really cover the youth member stuff quite as much. It's concentrated more on adults because I didn't want to make this too long of a video. And then on Carnival, there you go. You got your blue, red, gold, platinum, diamond. And then one thing to point out at the top, and I put this on a tips video coming up, I didn't realize that the 1.5 litre bottle goes out to everybody red, gold, platinum and diamond once a cruise. Did not know that. Side note from the meaning of this video, but I thought that was kind of interesting. Carrying on to the next page, you'll see their check marks are at the end. They're the ones that are just for platinum and diamond. And as you go down further, you'll see some that are just for platinum. And then when you get towards the end, some that are just for diamond right there. But again, and I'm not going to cover one-time things on this video either. I'm just going to try and touch on what I thought were the most interesting differences. So let's have a look at Royal Caribbean, shall we? Some of the things that they have, and I think almost all of these you don't get on Carnival, or maybe if you have the Cheers package you get some of them, but in general you don't get these. So first off, you get a one-time 25% discount per sailing on the purchase of any glass of wine, beer or soda. I guess that's somewhat their equivalent of the free drink that you get on Carnival, but this is any time during the sailing, not in the sea day brunch the last morning or stuff like that. We'll leave that one until I get to it. It's my cringe. Each day of the cruise you get 5 complimentary drink vouchers. This is massive. Oh, I should add, I want to point out before I carry on, in all honesty and truth, I have done 67 Carnival cruises and no Royal Caribbean cruises. So obviously I have a much better handle on everything on Carnival. All the stuff I'm talking about on Royal, I got from researching online. So all you Royal people out there, if I get anything wrong, I'm not embarrassed to admit when I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments. Okay? So, because I find it hard to believe that you get 5 free drinks a day. Why would you buy the drink package if you got there, if you could get 5 a day? I don't even, whatever. And you can also use the vouchers towards 20% off a bottle of wine over 100 and 40% off of a bottle of wine under 100. And youth members will get it in non-alcoholic drinks. It does say there, vouchers reset daily at 5 a.m. and are redeemable until 4:59 a.m. So don't buy a drink at 4:59 and 30 seconds. Or try. You'll be disappointed. All right, now here's a big one. And I forgot to put down in here Diamond Plus. So Diamond Plus members get 30% off and Pinnacle Club members 40% off the purchase of a deluxe beverage package made on board. That is huge. That is big. So may be redeemed at any bar or lounge. Prices are subject to change without notice. So I don't put pricing on these anyway because I know on Royal the price can vary from ship to ship. It's fairly standard across the fleet on Carnival. But they can change on Royal. So I'm not going to put any pricing out there. And it can change at any time anyways. So yeah, obviously package can't be shared and they're not transferable. Same rules across the lines. But that 30% off when you get to Diamond is pretty big. Pretty big. So that's a good one for me. Next up, purchase a specialty restaurant dinner during the first night or second night of your cruise and enjoy complimentary dining for the second guest. That is big. That is very big. Valid for dinner reservations on the first or second night only, and there's a list of restaurants you cannot do it at. Really good. 2 free days of Zoom Surf Plus Stream Internet, or the price equivalent off of any onboard internet purchase. So you could take the equivalent of the 2 days as a discount on a 7-day purchase if you wanted to. Again, these are going to be onboard at onboard prices, which typically are more expensive than in advance. But probably overall still cheaper. So that's a good one. Exclusive backstage tour on 5+ night cruises. And that is available to Diamond, Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members on 5+ night sailings. Royal Caribbean International reserves the right to cancel the event without notice. It's in your contract, they can cancel anything, so I don't know why they added that. And then you get access to the Crown Lounge for Diamond, Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members. Remember, as you read this, Diamond is pretty much the equivalent of Platinum on Carnival. This area is designated as smoke-free and we kindly ask guests to dress smartly, but you also get complimentary bites are available throughout the day and nightly happy hour beverage service will take place from 5 to 8 p.m. If you know what the price reduction is on those, please put it in the comments. Interesting. You'll see as you go through these, those that have done a lot of Carnival cruises, these are not on Carnival. These are very, very different benefits. So they certainly didn't steal each other's benefits. Priority access and seating at theatre, ice show and aqua theatre events on select ships only. But it does say you'd be held up to 45 minutes prior to the beginning of the show. So that reads to me like you've got to go in very early and you have to make a reservation. So that's not something I would particularly do, but a lot of people love those shows. We don't go to them ever, but I'm sure that's good for some people. And now I put this one in, even though it's way up there because it's 340 plus cruise points, I actually have over 400 days on Carnival. So I would be able to do this if it was on Carnival. I get cheers with an officer, which includes a complimentary lunch, house, red, white and sparkling wine to be served. And if you want to get anything else, you need to use our daily drink vouchers. And that's only on 7+ night cruises. With the laundry, and I kind of messed up here because there's another laundry one I put in 3 points from now, so I apologize for the gap, but receive a one-time discount off of a $34.99 wash and fold laundry bag service on 5+ night sailings. Platinum and Emerald members get a $5 discount. That was 30 and 55 days if you remember. And then Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members receive a $10 discount. One time. As you'll see in a second, as a Diamond Plus, you'll also get one free bag a week. You will receive complimentary welcome waters in your stateroom upon arrival on the first day of your cruise. Emerald and Diamond members receive 2 water bottles per person. Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members receive 3 water bottles per person. Guests must be 18 years of age to qualify for the free water. Somebody explain that. I guess this is just about the equivalent of Carnival's 1.5 litre bottle that you get, so that is a bit of a wash. The Chef's Choice gift is exclusive to Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members on a 5+ night sailing. Gift and frequency of delivery to the stateroom varies by ship and length of sailing. So this will be the equivalent of the chocolate strawberries in your room, but it sounds like this is more than potentially 1 day of the cruise. So they're all good ones, I think, for different reasons. Here's the one I should have put earlier. 1 free $34.99 wash and fold bag on a 5+ night cruise. Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members receive 1 free bag of wash and fold dry. Only valid on the day of the ship's wash and fold laundry promotion, so make sure you know what day that is, and it does not include pressing or dry cleaning services. Okay, here comes another big one for those that like photos. Discounts on a single photo package or photo book. 20% for Platinum members, 25% Emerald, and 30% for Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members. Applicable to one transaction only, cannot be combined with other onboard discounts, excludes private studio or group and wedding photo packages. Youth members are not eligible for this benefit, so I guess they don't want them taking pictures. I don't know. Now, I don't know what the pricing is of pictures, but I'm assuming it's probably fairly similar to Carnival's. So that is quite a big deal for those that like to take a lot of pictures. And then add to that the next one, you get 1 free digital or printed photo of your choice if you're Diamond Plus or Pinnacle. So, and again, no kids. But I don't think Royal Dykes kids, they just don't like them. Complimentary add-on spa treatment. Excludes Medi Spa services. Book a signature spa service while the ship is in port and receive a complimentary add-on treatment from the following list. So, I mean, it's when the ship's in port, not at sea, so I don't know how much you would really use that, but if you are on board during a port day and you want to take advantage, you get a free massage of some description from the choice there. So yeah, there's some more good ones there. And then you also get a personalized gift or amenity per household, basically per cabin. So from 175 days up, which is that Diamond Plus, 3 to 6 night sailings and 7 night sailings, it's 1. The longer you go, the more you get. But what I read was that you can go online and access a list of all of the choices. You can make your choice, and that is what they will put in your room. So there is a list of the current choices you have right there. You'll see that these are all mostly food and drink, but you know, you can get one of those for free on your cruise. If you do not complete the online form, you get the item of Royal Caribbean's choice. So they have this thing called the key. I just wanted to explain this because you'll have noticed if you're a regular cruiser with Carnival, a lot of the things that they do on Carnival that they don't do on Royal are included in this key. So I just wanted to explain it to you very briefly. The key is kind of like a faster to the fun equivalent on Carnival, where you get certain benefits, but you have to pay for it. And again, the price varies from ship to ship, but it is more expensive than faster to the fun for sure, because it is per person per day. So it's around about $40 odd a day. But this would be, I think my friend just booked this, Jeff, and he said it was $41.99 per day on a 4-day cruise. He paid, whatever it was for it. One more thing I should add here: if you do book a Royal, and if you have booked Royal, you know about this. On your Royal Caribbean page, and the same with Celebrity, they have a plan your cruise section where you can order all this stuff, drink packages, dining packages, everything in advance, and they have flash sales all the time. So even if you book something at a certain price and have a flash sale and it's cheaper, you can cancel it, get a full refund, and repurchase it at the new price. It's a really good thing that they do. And the key is one of those things you can buy in advance. So this is what comes with the key: priority access during the key designated arrival time. So you'll get told what time to be there. Make sure you are there at that time, because if you are not, you will get put to the back of the line. They won't let you in outside, from what I hear. Carry-on bag drop-off with delivery to your stateroom. So you have this exclusive welcome lunch in the main dining room, featuring the key signature menu. You take your carry-on bags there, you drop them off, and they will deliver them straight to your stateroom for you. So unlike Carnival, where you can go and drop your bags off, they really don't like you doing that on Royal, from what I gather. So this is how you would do it. Exclusive welcome lunch, like I said, and then access to the fast lane and onboard activities. Varies by ship, and priority time at the flow rider. So maybe have a look at what is on your ship that you would get that, see if it's worth it. Priority departure at tender ports of call from ship to shore. The only way you will get that is this way. I even read online that even people on shore excursions don't particularly get it. So I'm sure that they must do somehow if it's an early excursion. But yeah, very different to Carnival there. Dedicated seating at shows in the main theatre, Aqua Theatre, Studio B and 2. 20% off all reservations in specialty restaurants booked on day 1. Voom surf and stream device high-speed internet per person who purchases the package. Both of you in the room purchase the package, you'll get 2 internet packages, which is kind of a lot of the cost of this is covered in that. So that's probably the key one. So I'd imagine if you don't use the internet during the week, or you're not one of those people who likes your phone on you, not a huge amount of value to this. But if you do, probably good value. We got it when we're going on the Icon in August. And on debarkation day, enjoy an exclusive a la carte breakfast and choose when you want to leave. So that's nothing to do with benefits. That's just me explaining, because most of the things you get on Carnival that you don't get on Royal Caribbean are covered in this key, is the reason I'm bringing it up. But you got to pay for it, and it's not cheap. $40 odd per person per day. So do the math on that, and it adds up pretty quick. A lot more expensive than faster to the fun, that's for sure. So Carnival, we have one page. We're going to go pretty quick on this. I am not saying it's worse. I am not saying it's worse. But on Carnival, basically, what you get: priority check-in and boarding. Don't forget, you get to check in 16 days instead of 14 days before the cruise on this, and you'll get on before everybody else once you're Diamond. Not a huge amount of time, but you definitely get on first. Platinum and VIFP party on a 5+ day sailing. Over the years, this has become less good, shall we say, to me, especially on the newer ships. The problem is, brief explanation of why I'm saying what I'm saying, is Carnival now has so many Platinum and Diamond members because they haven't changed their loyalty program in so long. We started cruising in 2008. I could be wrong in this because I wasn't really paying much attention the first few years. I don't think it's changed since we joined up. I think it's been 75 and 200 that whole time. I know they changed it. It used to be per sailing you got points, and then they went to per day. So, I don't know when that happened, but it's been a long time since they changed anything. Subsequently now, there are way too many Platinum and way too many Diamond people to cover and handle all of this, which is why they keep talking about changing the program. I have no idea how they're going to change it. I'm not going to get into any speculation. Only Carnival knows what they're going to do there. One change I would like to see is no change fees if you're platinum or diamond, because platinum and especially diamond, especially me I should say, I tend to change cruises a lot. Like if I know a certain crew member is going to be on a ship, I'm highly likely to cancel one I'm on to go onto that cruise to see that crew member. I did one a year or so ago, the Panorama 25-day. I moved from a 5-day to a 25-day, from an interior to a Havana Cabana, because I couldn't afford, I had to cancel a couple of cruises to pay for it. And it was in final payment date, yes, but I got charged over $500 penalty fee to move to a cruise that was 4 times as expensive. That'd be a nice benefit if anybody's watching, but not me to say, not me to say. So now the problem is, there's so many people, these platinum VIP parties, they can't afford to give the free drinks out they used to. When I first cruised, gold cards used to get into that platinum and VIFP party. And now if you go on the new ships, you're lucky if you get a coupon for a free glass of wine, and I don't drink wine. So and it's the same thing with the priority embarkation that we are gonna cover in a second. Well, we just covered actually the priority check-in and boarding. That if it's a Journeys cruise, there typically are a lot more platinum and diamond guests on board. They don't even give you priority when there's too many. And with the numbers they have, that's going to start coming over into regular 7-day cruises. I don't think it'll hit 6 days and less, because there's not usually too many platinum and diamonds on those. But on the 7 days and up, slowly, I'm seeing every now and then there's a cruise where there's so many platinum and diamond guests on board, you can't get priority boarding. So if they don't do something soon, and they say they're going to do it this year, I'll believe it when I see it. Complimentary beverage on C-Day brunch. This to me is the most laughable of across both brands. This is the dumbest one, and I'm sorry if it sounds unbiased, but this is just stupid. If I have Cheers package, it don't matter anyway. And so you're telling me I cannot get my free drink until the C-Day brunch on the last day of the cruise? And everybody knows that goes to C-Day brunch, it's never a quick service. You're going to be sitting there for 45 minutes before you get served. Half an hour before anybody comes up and talks to you. Maybe not quite that long, but it's never quick. So I'm not going to go all the way in there, and then they took away most of the good things on the C-Day brunch anyway, to get a free drink. Not going to happen. We'll move on from that one. I'll take that one as a... Chocolate delight on 5+ day cruises. Call room service to schedule delivery. Good. Unique collectible VIFP pin and logo gift on every sailing. This is great if you like the gift. Again, one slight problem, and I'm not being ungrateful here at all, but if you cruise a lot like we do, and you do a lot of cruises, they don't tend to change it very much or very often, so you do end up getting a lot of the same gifts. So a lot of the times we'll get them and give them to a crew member, which I'm absolutely fine with, but not a complaint, just an observation. I wish, like on Royal, you saw that they could check in advance which one they wanted. That wasn't a gift, it was a food or drink thing. So that's a little bit different probably, but I wish they had choice. Priority water shuttle boarding, ship to shore only. Great, they don't do that on Royal. That's one really big thing that Carnival has, unless you have the key. Remember, you'll get a letter in your cabin. It's typically just a window of like an hour or so that you have to hit to get that priority. And there is no priority getting back on the ship. You are back in the line. And it would be very easy for them to do that. I don't know why they don't do that, but they could. But they don't. Priority liner onboard guest services desk. That's another big thing that I did not see they have on Royal at all. And they also have a priority phone you can call down to that they will know you're platinum or diamond when you call down. I think that's big. Typically, I would, if I had anything that wasn't urgent, even if there's a priority line, I would typically go at a later time when there's not so busy. Even 2 or 3 people, I've got other things to do. But yeah, that is a big one. That is a big one. I'm surprised that Royal doesn't do that. Priority debarkation, another thing that Royal does not do. So unless you have the key. So that's something that's definitely good, especially if you need to get off early. Of course, if you have an early flight, as you know, or if you don't know, you know now, you can go to guest services and say you have an early flight and they will get you off the ship early. I'm sure Royal would do the same thing. Unlimited complimentary wash and fold laundry service. If you like this perk, it's definitely huge over Royal, because Royal just gives you that one bag or $10 off of a second bag. On a personal level, I mean, on a 7-day cruise, I kind of look at it as it's more of a luxury. But then that's what most of these things are. They're all luxuries. Do we use it? Yes, we use it. Do we use it for the sake of it? Would it matter if we didn't have it? It wouldn't matter if we didn't have it. On a longer cruise, we're going to use it much, much more. So on a longer cruise than 7 days, it's great. Trust me. When we have that 25-day panorama cruise, it's going to be enormous for us. We'd end up spending a lot of money on Royal if we had a 25-day cruise. So yes, I do like that a lot. And I will add on to that also, just us. We don't typically put any clothes that are not replaceable or were kind of expensive into the laundry. Yeah, we'll put like underwear and workout clothes, but that is really all we're putting in. I'm not putting any, because we've had experiences where it's either got lost or it hasn't come back the way it was. We'll leave that there. Yeah, but a lot of people love that. And a special event invitation from the captain on each sailing. Now, basically what that is, it's a captain's party, captain's lunch. If you're on one of the newer ships, or if there's a lot of diamonds on board, it's most likely going to be a lunch. If you're on a shorter cruise or a smaller ship where there typically isn't quite as many diamond guests, that is going to be more like a brunch. At the lunch, the captain will probably come in and say hello on the microphone and leave. He can't go around and talk to everybody. There's the last cruise we did on Jubilee, there are 250 diamond members on board. So yeah, it's too many. And then and the brunch in the morning, sometimes the captain don't even come in for whatever reason. But yeah, so that's not a huge one for me either. I think if I was to pick out my favorite Carnival ones, the priority check-in and boarding is good. The debarkation is good. The guest services desk is good, and the unlimited laundry, they are all very good, and they are things you do not get on Royal unless you have to purchase the key. And as far as Royal goes, I would have to say that the 30% off the deluxe beverage package is huge. The 5 complimentary drink vouchers, if I wasn't getting the drink package, is really important. The complimentary dinner for the second guest on the first or second night of your cruise, that's pretty big. Yeah, and the discount on the internet, a lot of that stuff is really good. So, you know, I don't know, it's a tough one which one's better. They seem to be a lot more on Royal. I mean, the photos is a great thing on Royal. I don't really do the photos, but I might, if I got one for free, I'd go out of my way to take one. Another thing to point out on the drink package on Royal, it's unlimited. 15 drinks a day on Carnival. I will add one thing, just because it's unlimited doesn't mean you're going to drink 20 drinks instead of 15. On Carnival, where it's 15, you kind of have a goal to get to 15. On Celebrity and on Royal, you don't have a goal, you know, so you don't think about it. So we didn't hit 15 once when we did the Celebrity cruise. And another good thing about it is, like, if Julie wanted a double, she can get a double. When we went to dinner, if you wanted to get a bottle of wine, we could get a bottle of wine. We didn't have to have one glass, wait 5 minutes for another glass. So that was a bit of a difference. So that's definitely a plus on their drink package, but that's another thing. That's not really to do with this, again. So I think overall, if I was to break it down, I'd probably go more with Royal than Carnival. Like I said, definitely them taking away the $25 casino benefit was big. I mean, we did it last cruise, we won $165, and we won quite a few times on that, because basically it's $50 for us. So that's quite a bit. But, you know, put in the comments what you think is the best, or if you care, if you even care. So, you know, which would you prefer to have? If you were going to, your goal was to become Diamond, which one would excite you more about becoming Diamond? Let's put it that way. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. I put every Monday a tips video out. Please send me your tips. Every Thursday I put a cabin video out, and every Saturday a video like this. I don't like doing the controversial ones. I don't want you to think that I was saying one person is better than the other. I don't play that game. Everybody makes their own decision. I hate YouTube people that say, oh, don't do this because here's the 10 things not to do on a cruise ship. No, you listen to people's input, you listen to their suggestions, you use what you like and you don't use what you don't like, but listen to people objectively. Remember, nobody knows everything. Nobody, except me. Just kidding. But subscribe, hit that notification button, and you will get notified when these videos come out. and send me your tips. My email is coming up at the end of this video. And if you have any questions, please send them to me. I will answer them. And if I don't know the answer, I will find somebody that does. And with that, see, you noticed the very bad edit that just happened because the camera battery died right before I finished recording. I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.